G'day Team St Albans, let us pray. Transform us by the renewing of our minds, open our lips to share your grace and open our hearts to follow wherever your Spirit may lead. For Jesus' sake and glory. Amen. Our parable today from Matthew 20 verses 1 to 16 is like a meaty sandwich filling that makes sense of the two slices of life either side of it that we find in Matthew's account. First, there was that episode at the end of chapter 19 where the cashed up, morally switched on and successful young politician comes to Jesus looking for some self-improvement tips like he's some sort of lifestyle coach. The kind of person that many church congregations fall over themselves to welcome, saying to each other, he'd be a good addition to the life of the parish. He'd make a good parish councillor one day. He'll put into the offering plate. Jesus cuts him off at the knees. And in the process, he freaks his own mates out by telling him to sell everything, give the money to the poor, and then come follow him. Jesus says it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter the empire of God. Bottom line, it's impossible without him. The disciples, of course, they flipped out. Jesus had completely overturned their worldview that rich people are blessed, that successful people are blessed, that famous people are blessed. Even though Jesus then went on to reassure them that their sacrifices would bring them a great reward and would give them positions of responsibility. Bottom line though, he says, many who are first will be last, and many who are last will be first. On the other side of this parable, on the other side of the sandwich, Jesus is telling them about his impending crucifixion and resurrection, and right on the back of that come Jim and Jack. Jim and Jack still thinking that power and wealth add up to God giving you some kind of priority in this life. They come to Jesus with their mum, and gosh, I'm embarrassed for them that they did that, so embarrassed. And it's their mum that asks, mafia style, Jesus, put my boys in charge. When you come into your kingdom, may they be your wingmen. Didn't they hear Jesus on anything? Like camel, needle, first, last, last, first, horrible stabby, crucifixion, bloody end, death, resurrection stuff? Our parable today is about the rejects, the leftovers, the losers bludging off all day, who get rounded up, given a token amount of work, and then still get paid exactly the same as those who have been slaving their guts out since sunrise. The kind of people many Christians just don't want to see walking through the doors of their churches because they offend their sense of middle class or wealthy respectability. Of course there's outrage. How dare the landowner pay those bludgeon good-for-nothings the same as those model workers who have been there from clock on? But most of us Aussies believe in hard work, don't we, and fair pay for work done? So we're outraged too. Just as so many Aussies are outraged when the people they deem unworthy receive some kind of generosity, whether it be from a church or from a charity or a community member, or God forbid, by the government on their behalf using their tax dollars. How dare those dole bludgers have their dole doubled during COVID? But I'm happy to get JobKeeper. How dare those dole bludgers get their dole doubled during COVID? but I'm happy to get a business assistance package. How dare those asylum seekers come to our country by boat expecting a free ride? But I've never faced a hard day where my own army shoots at me, my house gets bombed, my whole family gets rounded up by the cops and murdered. I've never faced the total breakdown of my society so that there's no way to live, not even running water on tap, all the things that we take for granted here. How dare they come? How often as a priest have I been given resources by people to help others have a leg up? But in the process, I'm lectured at length about how I must make sure the folks are truly deserving. You'll do that, won't you, Simon? You'll make sure they really deserve this help. So deeply ingrained is our hang-up in this country about these things that we belligerently refuse help ourselves, even if we desperately really need it, because we think there may be someone out there doing it tougher than me, more deserving. And yet, if we do see someone receiving help, in the back of our minds, or maybe in front of our TVs on the lounge chair, we'll say, look at those bludgers. We're a weird mob, aren't we? The church is not immune either. The crew rolling with Jesus that day were the last of their society, life's losers. They came, astonishingly, to be leaders of the new movement of God. They went from last to first, from zeros to heroes. Yet, even this crowd argued over whether the bacon-munching, uncircumcised, godless non-Jews could be saved by Jesus and then follow him and receive his Holy Spirit, because, you know, Jews were number one. Everyone else was nothing. How could Jesus save them? And down through the ages, churches continued to have arguments over who Jesus can and will save. Jesus can and will save this person because they believe certain things about Holy Communion, or they don't. Jesus can or will save this person because of what they believe about baptism, or won't. The arguments are endless. I find them boring. People are still arguing over the Protestant Reformation. I shared a video to our Facebook page this week from the 70s, a short ad interviewing John Smith of God Squad about going out to the streets, taking the good news to people outside the church walls, seeking out the people that the respectable church of his day in 70s Australia had rejected, like the outlaw bikers and the junkies. Funnily enough, we still haven't stopped arguing about who Jesus will save or not. We were still at each other's throats even last year over the gays. If the landowner in this parable is anything like our dad in heaven, then he just does not care about our grizzling and our arguments over who we think is more deserving or less deserving. He just does not care about how much or how little you and I have done. He's made his decision. It's his coin. He says, I'll do what I want. He's determined to be generous, to treat everyone the same. After all, he's the one that's come repeatedly into the marketplace himself in person looking for us. And so everyone who responds to his call and goes with him, no matter how deserving or not, no matter how much they've done or not, will be paid the same. Grace, it's amazing, isn't it? Get it into you. King Jesus says to you today, am I not allowed to do what I choose with what belongs to me? Or are you envious because I am generous? So the last will be first, and the first will be last. The Lord be with you. Let us pray.